specialize in authenticating Anine Bing. Not necessarily a luxury item, but there have been, unfortunately, in the last few years, a lot of knockoffs. A lot of times they're advertised as real and they are not real. So I'm going to give you guys some quick tips on how to authenticate. Also, if you guys ever have a question, just send me a couple photos in a DM and I'm happy to look at it. One of the things is the companies in China that were creating the fakes, they obviously replicated a collab that Anine Bing had with Terry O'Neill. Terry O'Neill is a very famous photographer. Bing did a collaboration. It looks like they replicated that fabric tag. And so if you have an item that does not have some type of photography on it, care tag, it says copyright Terry O'Neill, that is one of the biggest red flags and it is definitely not authentic. There's no reason why there would need to be a copyright on an item that doesn't have a copyrighted image. We're gonna go through an authentic item. One of the things I always look at first is the stamp. However they do this, they do a really good job. I have seen sometimes on fakes, the glue kind of looks a little wonky. An authentic one, you will not have any issues. One of the things about fakes is they have done a really good job on this, the little part that says AB. Personally, the only way I can really differentiate on this is actually how heavy the tag feels, which is something unfortunately I know, but I don't know if that would be able to be conveyed through a video. I'm really great with their fakes and I have seen fakes that look very similar to this, so this isn't necessarily the best way to differentiate. So now we're gonna go to the fabric content tag on the inside. Typically her pieces have been made in Turkey, but even the fakes have that they're made in Turkey. She also really likes organic cotton. Are replicating these from authentic items, so they're going to do everything in their power to have things look exactly as the real ones do. Should feel like silky and soft. She does make black fabric care tags, so if it is black, that does not mean it's fake. And then one of the things I always say to people is that especially on her newer styles, her pieces are going to be exceptionally oversized. A lot of times if you're seeing like a really fitted graphic sweater, unless it's like one of her original pieces, it will be fake. Anine Bing likes oversized. That's one of the reasons why I love her pieces. Also, I would do some Google images. She does a really good job with her fabrics. So it's gonna be a very soft material. Like the inside is gonna be very soft. She doesn't do like rigid fabrics. I have seen sometimes really great fakes, but you can tell just by feeling it, which I know again is something that's hard to convey over a screen. Ways that I authenticate Anine Bing. Again, it's super frustrating that different platforms are selling pieces crazy price on things that are inauthentic, but that is how it goes. If you guys ever have any questions, just send me a DM. It's really easy for me to do, and I'll let you know my opinion in a couple of seconds.